The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, my God, it's overdue. Your time is in the end. Locked out, silent without sin. He put me on the better for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in a war zone. Revolution could start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand or kneels. Too late when the caps get filled. Don't believe in TC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red on my vision through sight. It's killer be killed whenever I fight. From above I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' hit them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, weighs the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, weighs the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the run and bass rock. I rose up, took a shower, purify my auric field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, off more to build. Solid foundation, my crown, chakra, core and heel. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant Name of each path, simple, highest form. Spirituality's how you teach math. A humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath. Rain fire upon them and the internet forms. Sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quarrels. Establish Big Mom's house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray, my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray, my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grist of their cash. Sad cat, watch videos without the subliminals. Predictive programming, weirdo, shrunk menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, like minerals, the water and skies are fried. Nuclear chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox. Off the chart, I continue to climb, watching the rest flow like carp fishing, 100% fresh salt water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray, my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray, my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when the rhyme and bass drops.
Lost cats, that's what's up, that's what's up. What's over the cup? Blow this up. They don't know what's up. Yo, these lost cats keep saying, yo, you can't get Kool-Aid from a, and that's the attitude. Yo, and it's clear in 5 minutes. They don't know what's up. Know what's up. Know what's up. Know what's up. Know what's up.
I'm about to get that off.
All praises to the Most High. All praises to the great matriarch.
It's a bomb.
Honor and respect to our ancestors. Jah, you've always had a father, the author of your flow. Push your fire starter, the cause of your glow. But the trail I've blazed, I pray you turn from it. The hell I've raised, I pray you don't burn from it. The work I put in, I pray that you earn from it. The mistakes I've made, I pray that you learn from it. You my splitting image, little darker, little taller. I'm a shot caller, though you just a little baller. But chief, I'm still teaching you like yeah. My healing, reaching you despite the lock and chain. Black, you speaking true, you ignite lots of pain. I feel the releasing of lightning and drops of rain from the sound cloud. You shine like me, the crown's proud. But unlike me, you haven't turned down. Now the smoke screen which surrounds you, shrouds your sound. My shout allow your genius to astound the crowd. You my beloved, you scintillate profusely. You my beloved, you resent fate foolishly. You my beloved, do ventilate truthfully. You my beloved son, and who I'm well pleased. Okay, showing your vision is resplendent, my descending when filming your intuition extends. The lenses felt when your cinematographic flashes of your scripted class get your inner magic. Dramatic action mixed with vivid aspects mastered surpasses the average glass stretches the facet through the scope of life's Kodak. You see classic. The question you have is mathematics. Please ask it. Sun, Earth's a classroom. So put your hand up and ask, boom, you already knew the answer. I pray to God to give me another chance for the love of my life. My wife, just a romancer. In the misconception, no time for second guessing. It's that say you knew who was who through a reflection that she showed you of me many years ago. Special features presentation appears to show you my beloved. You scintillate profusely, you my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved. Do ventilate truthfully, you my beloved son, in whom I'm well pleased. Now Samuel, I am your found for sure that the signal is inscrutable or deprogrammable. From a little cub to a lion, not of my bloodline. Don't give a damn, though love you as if you was mine. I'll be the first. Forgive me for my absence. The most time sat me down to learn patience through abstinence. Amongst other lessons, perfect my craft and talents. Balance of our legacy in the Black Hawk's talents. Face adversity, overcome all challenges. Generational wealth for the next generation to us. Can't make the same mistakes of past since dead. Let's create an after we've cried relapses type of atmosphere. Redirected fire, recalibrate the energy to propel us higher. As sovereign, opulent, autocratus, niches. I look at all three of my sons. On God I see me. You my beloved. You scintillate profuse. You my beloved. You resent fate foolishly, you my beloved.
Yo, y'all just popped up. What's up? What's up? Lord, whatever they say, T. Hines, Snow, what's going on, beloveds? What's good, baby girl? Ganja. All right, that's enough of that. What's going on? So I said, I'm gonna come in and set fire. Snoo shared something with me from this monkey who tried to go off on me, so I cursed his ass out. Now, I like some of his relatives and stuff. We kind of grew up together. He's a little older, supposedly. He ain't too much older than me. But his brother, the one who I love, like I said, I can show you the chat. Me and him, we chatted up until not, I think a week before he passed, because he was like he wasn't doing too well. Randolph Dortch, but his brother, Troy Dortch, is just a straight up punk ass. I can't stand him, and I tell that to his face. But you know what? He's old, beat down, broken thing, and I don't like being ugly and stuff. But you know, it is what it is. And like I said, he's old, broke down punk thing. And then he blocked me after he ran his mouth like a little effeminate. Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Effeminate. Trust me when I say effeminate, because that's what they do. You know, people with liberal minds, I'm looking at it. People with effeminate minds, that's how they carry themselves. But that's not the topic. You know, whenever I hear one of these worthless niggas open their mouths, and I like to see them come back to the fold where I don't have to see them this way, because I don't see you no other way. When I see that you're pathetic, that's what you are. I don't care who you think you are, what you think you are, how you were perceived by your relatives or whoever. I don't give two rats. We're beyond that. Too many other people have been betrayed by same people with the same mentality. Real sick-minded individuals who don't know the first thing about anything, but they speak about everything as if they have knowledge, and obviously it's the truth that they have absolutely none. You know what I'm saying? So Troy Dortch is nothing but an old punk-ass nigga, and that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? And that's all he will ever be until he changes his ways. I don't care who's what or whatever. We may be even blood related from what I heard. Man, he ain't nothing to me. All right? Unless he changes his damn ways. I don't give a damn about him. You dig what I'm saying? That's just the way it goes. And it's like that for any and everybody. You know what I mean? Oh, Michelle Evans, hey, I haven't seen you in a minute. Let me see here. Because I got an appointment, I got to be over at 11. But I wanted to stop. I had to stop and do something before I get over there. So I says, let me go in this morning. Oh, teacher, I didn't know you had called me. All right. I can't babysit the baby yet. Give me another week or two. Take my little man in and give him the Marvel Utopia. Anyway, his brother, he was always like, man, pay Troy no. His brother used to be like, pay him no damn mind. You know what I'm saying? And I would show y'all the chat, but it would be very inappropriate. And you know, I don't believe in cussing and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it would be very inappropriate. And let me see. Y'all hear that because I didn't turn it off. And I'm not turning it off. I mean, Jeffrey Dortch. I'm sorry. I said Randolph. It's Jeffrey Dortch. But anyway, me and Jeffrey Dortch, if anybody know, the last thing I sent to him, it was on April 29th, 2015. And then he hit me back. It was about a week later. And I said, anytime, family. Because he said, you know, we're related. He was the one that hyped me to it. And then I had two cousins said, oh, yeah, we're all related. I was like, really? I think most of us are all related up north. Because a lot of us are first born up there. A few first generations born up north. But I don't sit there with people with ego and zealousness. I've traveled the earth. I was in the military. There are people in the military who I love who follow me on Facebook and come over every once in a while and they listen because they know I speak another language, a couple of languages. They know this back then in the 80s and 90s. They know what happened to me, and some of them still to this day go, man, I'm sorry, man. I know the system messed up, but I didn't. I was like, it is what it is. But what I wanted to get into, and I'm not gonna beat a dead horse in the head. How many of y'all know about 1919, and how many of y'all know about the Red Summer? How many of y'all know about, the Longview race riot? How many of y'all know about what they just did, these fake liberal and this fake ass government? You know I have no respect for this government, right? The Army overturns convictions of 110 black soldiers charged in 1917 riot, which 21 and 22 were hung. And then they buried them in pine boxes, and they were all innocent. Because why? People recently getting off of the goddamn boat. In 1920 and 1940s, just give you a time cap. All right. But it was between 1875, all the way up to 1960, that we had these monkeys getting off the boat who still had bloodlust, who had conquered all these other lands, brought here by the very same people that I told you the individual that created Ku Klux Klan is one of them fake Jews. Go do this research. His name pops right up, unless they're changing it. Who's in control of Wikipedia? This guy's like 30-something years old, a big Jew. That's why anytime I'm going to read a disclaimer from Wikipedia, so that way you have a deeper understanding why they put an African-American and why you got all these Spanish people now in South America don't even know the emperor of Mexico. And we don't even want to get into the lower parts. But when you start talking Bolivia and Brazil, and you start pulling up all Alamy and all old pictures from like 1910 and 1908 and 1795, you see us. And then you see the people who are standing aside in different clothing. And if you look at the clothing, you can attest it to a certain place during a wartime, whether it's the Crimean War or whatnot, and everything else. But they don't do this because they accept where they're at. So if you have an individual who's been nurtured in this one particular thing, how are they going to look at something else if it's not brought forward to them? So you get an old ignorant ass head and you bring them information based on what you've known for a long time, they're going to deny it. Not because of plausibility, only because of cause and effect. The cause, they got them where they're at, and the effect which you receive, that is not bilateral. It's not saying, okay, well, it's possible. Here you have Martin Luther King saying, before Columbus came, we were here. Before the pen piped, we were here. And here he's telling, but because you got these goofy Negroes and these dumb pale skins who, you'd be surprised at how many of them just arrived in 1960s and 70s. First and second generation. And some of them I caught walking around with the rebel flag talking about they're redneck, not knowing the truth behind the redneck means scalping them. The melanated man's neck runs red from the blood. And I've seen scalps in France that were afros from the tribes they killed over here. I've had enough of these dumb knuckleheads who know nothing. So anyway, They murdered these men. You've got goofy fake police. Some in California can't even speak English and got the worst accent unless they come from Dutch or yeah, so what, I got some Dutch in the family. That's what I'm saying. All right. And then a lot of Spanish people, and listen, who are put on the uniform who have no self-respect because they come from another dialect. But our people have been weakened by individuals like what I was talking about, Jeffrey Dorsch and a whole lot of other folks, and you know some of your family and where you live at. And that's why I say it's important for y'all to get away now, because they'll be the same ones that run up in your house when they're thirsty and hungry and things are going bad. Y'all keep worrying about a 5-minute city, a 15-minute city, and all this stuff. These people, I don't call that Antarctica. I only did it for the sake of conversation so you know what direction I'm talking about. That is not no Antarctica. I've seen more than enough maps to show that snow wasn't there at a certain particular time before the fake 1500s. Enough maps. And if you knew anything, 12, 13, 14, 1500s, that's right, which would be the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th century. Okay? They got cities out there. They've been moving people out there. And let me inform you to this little science. There are things you know nothing about. I was hoping some of you would get deep enough in your mental meditative state to be able to see things and not ignore them. I know y'all didn't have the opportunity to meet people who faces and bodies did weird things. I'm not talking about certain diseases of double jointedness or elasticity, cartilage elasticity, where they can move their throats and they pull their ears and their skin up over their forehead. That's something I remember seeing when I was, like 1982, watching this documentary, and I was like, who? And then hearing the medical term, I'm not gonna get all into that. And people now act like, oh, look at that, that's an alien. No, those people's got it's genetic. You could probably think it in the reality. No, I'm talking about people, two-legged individuals, people unlike us. They exist. How? I'm not here to discuss that. You can listen to the people still pushing black and all these other fake narratives created by the very people that got everybody warm with each other, who carry themselves like us. When I tell you you're Shemitic, you're of Shem, I'm not lying. All right? You don't have to equate that with religion. And I'm not saying you don't have to disparage disparagingly from religion. What I am saying, what I'm alluding to, they stole your identity, stole all your talents and your gifts. We made it all in music. We created all these wonderful inventions that the world's using as weapons. GPS. There's no satellite up there globally. This is not a globe. It's all a lie. Even NASA knows the earth is flat. The first man walking was the worst damn movie ever seen in my life. Yet it played out during that time period. Orson Welles couldn't stand this. He worked with Rockefeller and Margaret Sanger. Yet he had niggas running like crazy on the radio talking about, they're coming. All the sounds, war of the world. Preemptive programming is predictive programming is a mofo. Yet people want to hold themselves to the attributes to the ignorance that they allude themselves to, as if it's supposed to be something that they're supposed to be able to float away in it, as if the ignorance is supposed to be lighter and lighter than the burden of life. How is that so? I have descriptively read and alluded to the fact that the Negro and our brothers in Africa are two separate people. Now, there are millions upon millions of people over there that have made it with many of the women, even here and there, they're back and forth. Something that never had to be done. There was no race or ethnicity. There was no ponderance of it because we all stayed to ourselves. It wasn't based upon hate. Oh, you don't want to be with me because you black? Well, fuck. You don't want to be with me because you're white? What kind of, I'm Mexican. I don't date blacks. Like, this is the dumbest shit. When the majority of them got African in their bloodline. Hell, 3/4 of everything they do is something of Sambo or something, or of our old lineage. But ignorance is something when you don't know no better. The first original president, after that fake ass Charizard, after conquering the land, destroying much of its infrastructure, per se, All right. The emperor. After him, who was the first president? On that island called Mexico. Who was the man, once he retired, came and created LA? Because he knew his ancestors, the Khalifas, were from there. I want to hear this from the Spanish side of my brothers and sisters. Why is it people have a hard time accessing this truth? When down there, they always talk about they show you certain Olmec heads. They don't show you all the statues and stuff that I've seen. I'll be looking through all the stuff. There is more information. They ignore it because it points to us. They have murdered our people, yet what the stories you don't know about is how much we fought back. Now, remember I gave you the little snippet on the punch bowl. They got you thinking one. Now I showed you three. They said something about one city that was drowned. I expressed 12 to 27. They found up to 16, 17. There's more. And it's always with these people getting off the boat. What was the first Pan-American, Native American movement? People that got off the boat. We didn't call ourselves Native American. They called us Afro-American that had nothing to do with Africa. It was because most of our people had these things they called afros, to which we didn't name it that. It was called a bush because of their ignorance and the jokes and the dark humor, I guess you call it the satire of it all, when they were killing our people over in Europe and stacking their bones. Because there were people that knew they were in it. It was like energy. I'm talking about flesh, skin. Okay? You look for the books. They're out there. I don't have to give a reference and a source every damn time. Just the information alone. Here they go. There's a plane flying overhead. I don't know if it's interrupted. Here they go. They feel some kind of way. Okay? Do I have to read that book, which I was reading? We'll read it again because I got 2 more books to go with. The Delectable Negroes. It's a book. Y'all have seen it. It's right here. I don't want to pick it up. The thing is, it's mind-boggling that I'm not so big on tries. I'm just about, well, what's factual and what's not factual. Let me read this disclaimer. All right, because I can't be here long. It's 8:44. Wikipedia, general disclaimer. Wikipedia makes no guarantee or validity. Wikipedia is an online open content collaborative encyclopedia that is a voluntary, who made the first encyclopedia? Anyway, association of individuals and groups working to develop a common resource of human knowledge. Human. We shouldn't even be playing in that field. The structure of the project allows anyone with an internet connection to alter its content. Please be advised that nothing found here has necessarily been reviewed by people with the expertise required to provide you with complete, accurate, or reliable information. Well, I'm one. And those fake monks in the Vatican and certain participants in the government, yeah. And even though I say things outside the particular that they even sometimes wonder about, I guarantee you, this is not to say that you will not find valuable and accurate information in Wikipedia. Much of the time, you will, however, and Wikipedia cannot guarantee, Wikipedia cannot guarantee the validity of the information found here, and the content of any given article may recently have been changed, vandalized, or altered by someone whose opinion does not correspond with the state of knowledge in the relevant fields. Note that most other encyclopedias and reference works also have disclaimers, and there are those that don't. And most of those are done by individuals who probably no longer exist, and are based on books from the 18 and early 1900s that most people don't know nothing about purchasing. Like most people in my hometown know nothing about unless I've spoken about it. And that's why I buy them. And they cost a pretty penny. And that's why I say, well, if I buy them and I'm going to read it to you, regardless of how long we're here, at least I'll have them. And they're not mine as per se. If the history is all about us, it is we, the people. It belongs to you just as much as me. I am not some selfish incarnate. I am not some sentient walking around want to give you devalued information. That is not what it's about. Building a wall against the cyber wall of lies. It is to correct your status if you need to do it on paper, and then therefore I say go and do it. If you want to play and parlay in their games, then go right ahead. That is not what I'm saying. I have no enemies. I am nobody's enemy. I'm not here to stop nothing. I think it's kind of funny. The problem at hand is what some of you have more is more valuable. What some of you have is more valuable than what you understand. You have people literally who have land. When I heard so many of you talking about, I wish I had some land somewhere, who are telling you, come. I told you what you could do with an acre, 4 to 5 families. But you sit there in your lazy abode and you're going to wait for the last minute. And that's when, because you are programmed and conditioned to be a minion. Instead of being that which you're supposed to be, you'll sit there going, why didn't I listen? That's exactly what you're going to do. Now you see what's going on out there. And I guarantee you it's going to get worse on all sides. Sadly. People have an issue with me because I say there's good police. There are good police officers. I know plenty of them. I can't speak for the bad ones. That would be the company that I hold. Just like I know there's good feds, regardless of what y'all think. Whether it be the CIA, the FBI, whatever. I know they're good ones. I know a few that went. I haven't seen them, so I know they got there, and who knows what job they're tasked with. And they're ex-military, and they were really good at what they did. And I can't say no names. They're not no enemy to nobody, and they're going to do the job, sadly. Whatever it may be. Okay? Yeah, you're fortunate not to know them. I mean, you're fortunate to know them, and maybe unfortunate not to. I can't say. I don't even have a problem with the immigrants coming here. I have a problem with what's happening. And some of the ones who truly want to come, everybody's scarred one way or the other. But then there are those who came here with purpose. I read because it is entertaining. Yet there are puzzle pieces. No one book can correlate a reality or a truth. Even the puzzle pieces might allude to another lie that you have to go deeper to find a truth, if there's a truth there, or even if it's something that might put together a picture and then you realize the picture is a lie in itself. I had that much on, y'all. I'm never about being right. And I'm definitely looking forward not being wrong or in that hemisphere. The children matter to me in a good way, not in a perverse. I don't want to partake in flesh or blood or create a lie so I can hide them away because I want to destroy everybody here. No, whatever it may be, you don't know. I don't hate pale skins. I don't hate so-called Chinese, the Asians. Trust me, many know that. I just know many have been manipulated. Very few promise. And even less than that know the truth. Whatever the word truth means. Us and our Mexican brothers were set upon in the most heinous ways. And yes, it's very true. There's many Arabs who don't know they're Arabs who are Mexican. There are many Asians who are a collaboration of us, even Africans, pale skins, gujars, and the original bloodline. I have no time to have hate when I have too many Spanish. I have to say Spanish so that way so you all understand. I don't consider them Spanish or Latin. I just consider them family. A lot of things have been done wrong, but I know what I've heard from these fictional rabbis, the ones of the Zionism, not the ones who actually believe in the religion or have been cultivated and nurtured in the Torah, who accept the King James and the Quran. What I'm saying is, these rabbis have been on a hot mic by certain individuals who want to show this. Whether they survive or not, I cannot contest. I cannot state or proclaim to know so. They said after they mixed up all the bloods that they belonged to them, that's goyim. So the lie in this very minuscule number has conceived and conceptualized by conspiring with others of the same mental to put everybody into this drab way of existence. And imagine being fortunate, I would say fortunate, on that side to be able to live out and know the destruction is imminent and be elsewhere and to partake in the next festivities of life. I offered you because of good brothers, Trauma Hawk, Rondo, Jamil Samsi is still working on things. And thank you, Baby Girl Slaughter, if you're in here, for reading his book. I'm going to read it. I'm going to break it down. She's reading it and she's giving a testament to it's marvelous reading, by the way, for those who are not following her on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram and YouTube. I would advise to subscribe to everybody. There is so much more afoot. There are people being trained right now who believe in what they're being trained. Now, I'll leave my curses because I was being walked against. I did what I had to do. And there was a time when there would have been joy. But the imbalance is so perfect. The imbalance is beyond perfect. All I said was leave me alone. Without an explanation. You know, when the police pull up to you, you're supposed to invoke your First Amendment right. And then when they get carried away, you're fit. They usually start putting on gloves and everything because a lot of them are emotionally unstable. Then you make sure you invoke the fourth because it's your personal space and responsibility. But most don't know to invoke the ninth and the sixth and the 10th. Why is it that none of you ever go to YouTube and put in constitutional scholars and listen to what they have to say? I've been using the term beloved for a long time. That's why when ToLU'S singing it, when I heard that, I was like, that was like one of my theme songs right there. While I'm driving in my vehicle, my beloved, I'm just jamming it away. Max V got me, I don't know if it's the 808, but it's got me like, I'm like, yeah, and when I want to mellow out, I play a little bit of DJ, ZPE. Decal make me want to go and fight somebody. Well, I always want to fight, but you know what I'm saying? So for certain things, I'm just not going to pop up on here because I don't want it to be influential in that hemisphere. There's so much that has to be done. Yet, everybody, I'm attempting to get my brother Jaguar's son, but he has his wife and there's some medical things. And I would love to see him down there on our brother's property in Tucson. I would just tell him, hey man, come in here and get whatever you want. The doors open, unlocked, there's big screens and everything, furniture. I took what I need. Y'all go and clean it out, and they will. I'll do that in a heartbeat. I know how to walk away from things that they don't matter. What matters to me is life. And there is something bigger than all of this. You better believe it. And there's some fools who want to attempt to fight it. That's all I can say to that. What's the two most powerful weapons? Well, you know what time is because you can lie about it and inflict all kind of damage mentally and influence time. Patience to know better, to do better, or to subjugate yourself to do things outside of the norm, to be part of things that go against everything that was once, basic and common. To a certain establishment order, you must do away with another order. You cannot have one order with this another order. It's imbalance. It's like taking two magnets. They repel. And that's what they're dealing with. But yet, there is war. There are people trained. And they want to always put those skills to work. All this training, I can't use it. The ignorance is supreme. But it is not the top. It is not the one. Those individuals that conspired or co-conspired, they could have done it during the time of trivial or chaos. They had to establish that first. And in that, with a well-planned scheme, could you market it? And we see that now. Yet, why is it that our people have to suffer the most? When do you get tired of suffering? Don't go acting retarded. Don't do that. You don't go acting retarded. You ain't. I mean, they gonna deal with you. You get what I'm saying? And that's what many people attempt to do on their own. And then because they get a little leeway and they find the parameters because they stay there, the few that do, they tend to leave them alone. Yet it's not the majority. And then some of y'all pick that up and think you can run with it all over the place. That's not how it works. Now, I'm nobody's savior. I'm far from it. Far from it. Yet, balance. It's always good to have a good challenge. When it's not a good challenge, it's no fun. So you have to allow yourself to breathe, and y'all are just strangulating yourselves. You're choking yourselves. You're arguing about things that they laugh at. It just makes you further in the delusion of the co-conspirators' assignment, their plans, their work. And then you have those who want to control everything, so they want to be as tedious as possible about what you say. What we removed, what could have been a problem, we're blocking things so nobody can see what this is, though they haven't stepped over the boundaries. Pip and all that bravo stuff. You know what I'm saying? When will people get it together and see this for what it is? People are still talking Biden and Trump. I even had another Native American. Well, you got some Native in you, I can see it. Oh, so it's about this fictional ethnicity. It's a look, because of Hollywood said so. See, that's what makes the ignorant happy. I said, well, you know what? I could pull about 20 movies showing us Indians before you. So what would that mean? This idiot had the nerve to write to her all this orthogonous stuff. I'm the only one that really said that, and now everybody says it. Because I read it, and I heard it. I didn't hear indigenous or aboriginal. Malcolm X was the first person I heard use the word. I didn't hear that come out of Martin Luther King's mouth. I didn't hear it come out of James Baldwin. They always just said you were here and you're Indian. Malcolm X said, you and I are the Aborigine, and that was in Harlem after he came back from Africa. Somebody enlightened him. The Negro and the African are two totally different people. Not just on head structure and everything else. We just are. I told you are the sons of Shem. That's real, regardless of what his real name is. And daughters. And how did that come to be? That somebody would have to steal your identity, steal your ideas, your concepts, your inventions, your music, your rhythm, and then disrupt everybody's with a fake rhythm and change the tone of your rhythm to fit a narrative. How come nobody thinks about that? But when they do, they want to whitewash it or blackwash it. You gotta stay kind of far away from those individuals because you don't know how big the game is. Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. When I get back, I'll go ahead and read. I got a little treat last night. I'll show y'all, but I gotta wait for the brace for it. I can't unless I pay the $200 and just make it a an SBR, but I'll show barrel rifle. But that's a whole nother dialect. Okay, so I was thinking about doing that. I don't mind if that's what they have right now. I have no problem with that. Remember, I own 4 autos, so I don't care. It doesn't mean nothing to me. All right, that's the game they're playing. And on those on these riots and everything, right? Are y'all aware that because of the red, excuse me, because of the red summer is when the NFA and, well, it wasn't called that, when they decided to remove firearms and the Black Panther movement. All steeped in Jim Crow and racist rhetoric by those who aren't even born here or were first generation born on our soil. Remember, being born here, you're sovereign to your sovereign nationality is to the country you're born in. So whenever I see people talking about cops, oh, you want them sovereign cities, I'm like, you can't be that damn dumb. Yet, that's the world we live in. Again, Snoop, thank you for the super chat. Donations, Indian, $ Indian, Jim, 1. That's if you want to donate for the books, you don't have to. I'm still going to purchase books. I appreciate y'all. We have a lot to do. I can't say anything else to that. But yeah, I felt like everybody needs to hear that because they're going to keep changing history. And most of the people who have conveyed would want to argue. I said, where'd you find that information? They always talk about Wikipedia. I'm like, you read a disclaimer? And then you can see the people who changed it too if you go to change it yourself. And there are people out there here who are insidious. Let me show you this. Let me see if they pull it up. Jimmy Wells and Larry Singer. He's the founder, Jimmy Wells. And that's the knucklehead. When remember, was shut down and they started doing the changes to incorporate the Google nonsense. Well, there you go. I need not say more. Why is it I don't see no melanated people and Arab Americans going over there to help the Palestinians? Why is it always got to be some fake white narrative of go help Ukraine or fight for Russia or go help? What? Any of y'all running over to Papua New Guinea? Any of y'all running over to Africa? Who's what? I don't see none of that from us. We're still loving people regardless of the insidious aptitude by certain individuals that are criminal. That's conditioning. If you are unaware, the institutionalization and of being locked up and what's permitted and allowed by the corrupt correction officers. Not saying there's not good ones, but yet the storyline. I've watched video after video of corrupt cops, CEOs, Leos, whatever you want to call them, judges, and you see it just all over the place. But you always have to have a fall guy to make people feel comfortable. And you hear about the torture buildings in Chicago, yet in Florida, Virginia, recently. I mean, New York. Come on now, I live there, and the people you can see them when they walk around scared to talk about those things, and then they're on crack and drugs and everything else, changing their identity. That's not who we are. That was never of our soil. Who would create such chaos and calamity? Research, if you want to know those things, or ascend. Ascend. You're going to ascend anyway. But do you want to go with a whole lot of pain and suffering? Open kabaka? Or you want to be a little more lighter? Don't let this world they created weigh heavy on you if you're not willing to do the other work. All right? Oh, hey Rondo. So yeah, I'm gonna have to bust you up. I'm gonna have to bust you up, bro. I'm right here. I'm gonna have to bust you up, cuz. You know that, right? And we have to get a little more speedy going on, you know what I'm saying? On our draws. So, anybody else come up? Yeah, join in the festivities. You know what I'm saying? You ready? You ain't ready, man. You ain't ready, boy. You ain't ready. I appreciate y'all taking the time. Whoever donates when I come back in, I'll see your names and everything. I have to get myself suited and booted. I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to partake in no substance until about 2 o'clock. Yet, know this. The enemy is not just against us. They're against everyone. Y'all got to figure it out. I can't figure nothing for you. I don't words. I know some people said, you evil. Mind your manners. That sound evil to you? Mind your manners. All right? Who all came up in the house? Well, y'all wrote a book up in here. Ben J. Nam said, what's going on, beloved? Yeah, I'm going to cover up the eye hole a little bit. Y'all be all right. Rondo, what's going on, beloved? Thank goodness for touchscreen, huh? Lloyd, whatever that's you. What's going on, Agadori? Snoo, I got you, baby. T. Hines, what's going on? I ain't been slaughtered. Rondo reached out to you, I gave him your number. And we be in chat, so I'm glad to see you in there. James Bond, what's going on, beloved? Hey, Evelyn Smiley, American EG, what's going on, my beloved sister? What's happening? Oh, okay. Thank you, Lord. Oh, awesome. Again, thank you, Snoop, for the super chat. Time and patience. Red Summer 1990, just before the Reconstruction. Thank you, baby. Locked in. All right. Yeah, it happens. You know, what can you do? Yes, we're going to coordinate the next trip up there. All right. Good. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. Appreciate y'all taking the time. It'd be different if I had like a little studio and cameraman and all that, but we're nowhere near there. I hope you're watching the ads. I hope it's not too crazy. And if it is somebody's or whatever. Just let it play through. All right. Appreciate you guys. Number love, respect. And when I say what I say, I mean it. As far as my outlook on certain things. All right. It's good and bad. sad state of affairs. But you gotta remember, when you're doing stuff as a criminal enterprise, different people are gonna act different ways, especially when they hear it every day. It's still sponges. So y'all have a great day.